Hi, welcome to this G.I. Joe toy review, all my G.I. Joe fans. This week I'm going to do another double feature, and this week is on a unique character with a unique situation in Hulk, where he starts out as a colonel in the comic book series, for those who remember the comic book, the original Marvel comic run, and he eventually gets promoted to general when General Flag is killed in issue 19. So, but before we get to discussing Hulk and his promotion in rank, we're going to do our shout outs of the week, starting with Back to the Media here in Winchester, Virginia at 48 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media, where you get all your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current systems. And you could definitely check them out. And if you can't find it at Back to the Media, you can go to Play It Again Games to find what you need, or you can just go there to get your PC, your computer system, or your laptop fixed, or your gaming system fixed. And definitely check them out. And if you need toys and collectibles, such as G.I. Joe figures, or Transformers, or He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, anything from Super 7, go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles at 115 South Loudon Street here in the lovely Winchester, Virginia. So definitely check them out. And after going there, you can definitely go check out Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street. But before I shout out Thinker Toys, let me just say I got both of these figures off of eBay. Well, I got General Hulk off of Amazon, and I got Colonel Hulk off of eBay. So Amazon and eBay gives a shout out here. But on the Thinker Toys, you can go to Thinker Toys to get your toddler his puzzle solving or problem solving skills, or her puzzle and problem solving skills met. Get them ready for preschool and get their stuff met. So definitely give them a holler. And once you leave there, you can go to Four Color Fantasies here in Winchester, and get all your comic book needs met from the Atari all the way up, not the Atari, but from Marvel, DC, IDW, from back issues to current releases. So definitely check them out. But if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, you can go to Comic Monsters. Definitely give them a shout. And if you're here in Winchester and you need some good Jamaican food, go to 39 Piccadilly Street, right across the street from the Hanley Library, and see Lloyd at Tropical Islands to get all your Jamaican food met. So definitely give them a holler. And while you're there, you can go to United Bank or Bank of Clark to get all your banking needs met and whatnot. And definitely do that. And once you're there, you can actually go see you can go see Mixed Tree Service or Stoneburgers Tree Service for all your yard work needs. And both of them have great services, so definitely check them out. But if you need a insurance for your automobile or motorcycle, or homeowners insurance or renter's insurance, go and check out State Farm or Farmers Bank and get good quotes with good policies, and definitely give them a check. Both of them are great banks to go to, or great insurance places to go to. But if you need gas for your vehicle, you can go to Sheets or Handy Mart and get some gas, as well as some made-to-order food, so you can get your belly full at the same time you're getting your gas tank full. So definitely check both places out. And Cobra Island is a very proud sponsor of mental health awareness. So you can go see Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services, and for some counseling. And if Rob isn't what you're looking for, or you just need somebody else, go to, or you're not in the Winchester area, and go see National Counseling Group. Once you leave there, if you need further help, you can go to National Counseling Group. Not National Counseling Group, but you can go to Northwestern Community Services if you're in the Front Royal Winchester area, or if not, go to your local psychiatrist's office. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. But if you have if you have an emergency and you only do a text, you could text 741-741. They got people standing by. Or if you need to hear a human voice, dial 988. They got people standing by, so definitely seek that. And once you leave there, you can go see to your local emergency room. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with Colonel Hawk, which there is a discrepancy on this file card, but it says General, which he is actually a Colonel, which is right where the discrepancy is. This version of Hawk is actually the Colonel. He's not a General yet at this point. But codename G.I. Joe Hawk. File name Abernathy Clayton M. Primary military specialty is strategic command operations. Secondary military specialty is artillery. Birthplace is Denver, Colorado. Grade is the E8, which is a major general. Which I said is a discrepancy. He is a colonel. And the text reads, when G.I. Joe Hawk orders his men into battle, he stands in front of them to lead the way. He believes that a general or colonel should be among his men, showing them how to fight and how to win. Under his command, soldiers learn to be courageous defenders of peace. Comrades and enemies alike call him by his nickname of Hawk. A West Point graduate and two-star general, he has seen plenty of action and conflicts around the world. It was Hawk who led the G.I. Joe team in their first assault on Cobra Island. His troops knew he won't let them do anything he isn't willing to do himself. That's why they are willing to do anything he tells them. Quote at the bottom, it says, I'm proud to lead the finest fighting force in the world. Together we will defeat the Cobra organization, and put an end to their evil plans. I mean, like I said, he's really a colonel at this point. But I'll explain more on that later. But here's his figure stand. G.I. Joe Hawk on the front. Upraised G.I. Joe logo. And he comes with his helmet with a visor on it. The visor is removable, but it can also raise. But I will not remove it because these visors will disappear. And whatnot. And he also comes with an assault rifle. A pistol. And a knife. So this is Colonel Hawk, with the blonde hair, as he was in the comic book. Grenade right there on his web gear, nice looking web gear, and whatnot. Nice little pouches on the side of his arms, a sleeve for the knife, holster over here for the pistol. His head can rotate the full 360. His arm can lift to here, rotate all the way around, as well as bend at the elbow, rotate at the elbow. His hand can swivel at the wrist. And he does have the ab crunch feature that is predominant, but the whip gear does hinder it slightly. His legs can split to about right here. Lift up so far. He can double bend at the knees. His ankle can pivot, as well as swivel. Looking at his uniform, he does have the blonde hair with the black web gear, dark green suit, uniform, and whatnot. So let's get him all geared up and place him right on his figure stand. Place his helmet on. And you can slide slit his arm up so you can slide the knife right there in the holster. Put the helmet back on. But I like to have him where he's double weaponed, so I don't use the holster on it, but I'm glad these modern era G.I. Joe figures with 25th anniversaries and up does come with working holsters and sleeves for the knives and the guns and the swords. But like I said, I like to keep Hawk double weaponed, and whatnot, ready for battle. So I'm going to set him off to the side, and I'm going to grade both of these at the same time. But here is the second version of Hawk. This one is more correct, where it says General, codename G.I. Joe Hawk. File name Abernathy Clayton M. Primary military specialty is artillery. Second military specialty is radar. Birthplace is Denver, Colorado. Grade is a brigadier general. And this is more correct for his file card for this version of Hawk. And it says G.I. Joe Hawk is the original field commander of G.I. Joe team before he got his general star and was booted upstairs to honcho the entire G.I. Joe operation. He's a West Point graduate and has a list of special education credits as long as his arm. But he still managed to get the main body of his experience out there where it counts, on the battlefield. The quote at the bottom says, G.I. Joe Hawk is the type of commander who goes out and gets shot at like everyone else. Troops respect that. They know he won't ask him to do anything that he isn't willing to do himself. And that's why they are willing to do anything he tells them. So as you can tell with both of these file cards, there's a lot of similarities within the file cards in the Texas about him being a West Point graduate, and how he's willing to do. He wouldn't tell the team to do anything he wants, and how that he wouldn't do himself, and how he's a good leader. But let's take a look at the figure stand. Upraised G.I. Joe logo on it. G.I. Joe Hawk on the front. And he does come with a field backpack with grenades, a canteen, and some stuff on it. His general hat with a non-removable goggles. And a pistol. So let's take a look at this version of Hawk. In the general's jacket and with the green sleeves, brown bomber's jacket with the fur line, and he's got a gun, non-removable gun in a holster right here. He's got a working holster right there on his hip. Green pants, black boot, or brown, dark gray boots. So, but this time his hair is brown. But his head can rotate the full 360. His his arm can move to there. Rotate all the way around. Down, not a good full bend at the elbow, but good enough. His arm can rotate. His hand can rotate. Of course, he's got the ab crunch feature. It's more prevalent here because there's no web gear to construct it. He could do a bigger splits here. I guess when you get older, you're more flexible. So I wish that was true. My body's proving that. Of course, he could double bend at the knee. He can lift his leg to about that far. Can't really move back, but it's all good. His ankle can pivot and can swivel. So let's gear this General Hawk up. Put his gun in his hand. Put his backpack on. Now stand him on his figure stand. And there's this General Hawk ready for battle. Raise this up a little bit. Here we go, and bring Colonel Hawk in. Like I said, another difference is that I don't like is the hair color difference. But they should have kept his hair blonde, or at least did the Colonel version with brown hair and did them both the same. But General Hawk is a good character to have. Both of these figures I would consider top tier, and both of these figures you could have in your collection, and whatnot. But Hawk is a great character to have in your command and whatnot. And no, I'm not purposely doing this with my camera, but it is doing what it's doing. But both of these figures are top tier, and I like both of these figures. I'm glad to have him in my collection. He's good to have in your collection, especially if you're a completist. And I'm kind of a completist, but I like to have every figure, and whatnot. But this has been General Hawk. See you in the next one. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one. Peace.